Hello, my name is Khadijah Halliday and I attend Sir Arthur Lewis Community College. This piece that I am about to perform was the piece that I submitted to last year's 2019 Annual International Queen's Essay Commonwealth competition. The topic that I chose was Family, Community, Nation, Commonwealth. What are our opportunities for shared sustainable growth? The title of my piece is I am tiny, but I am hope. Hope, get down from there. I startle and look up at Mama for a bit. Merely grinning toothily, I decide to not listen. I continue in my attempts to climb the mountainous front desk, my hands making somewhat of a sticky mess on the walls of the desk as I do so. This most definitely isn't the first time that I am attempting to climb this front desk. We visit the hospital frequently. And yes, each time I giggle as the desk groans upon my arrival, but I don't think it really minds. The lady at the front desk sure doesn't. Neither does Mama. She stops me when she realizes that I'm about to hurt myself. Usually, that is. Sometimes when she's busy filling out piles of papers or talking to the lady at the front desk or arguing in hushed tones over the phone, I fall. But I'm learning. And all consequences have actions. That's what Mama says as she hurriedly, with a protective gentleness, dusts me off and blows a raspberry on my cheek. I don't mind the learning. Even in those moments when salty rivulets are trickling down the rise of my cheeks. I am tiny, but I am big. And that's why I continue to climb. Hope Commonwealth. This, however, brings me to a halt. Commonwealth is my second name, but Mama only uses it when she needs me to listen. Mama doesn't wait for me to get down on my own. She swoops in and carries me away from whatever danger she believes I was in. The sudden whooshing movement tickles my insides and escapes in the happy form of bubbles of laughter. Mama looks down sternly at me, but her right side of her face too tickles with young laughter. That's enough learning for today, she decides, but not with any harshness. I am not upset. I understand that Mama wants the best for me, and that Mama has to protect me, and that Mama named me Hope first because that is what I am first to her. Hope. Miss Nation, the lady at the desk calls. Mama immediately looks up to her name and gifts the lady with a smile as we are given the indication to head on. Mama's soft smile probably seems soothing to the lady, but I feel the strain of it. Mama takes my sticky hand in hers, completely unbothered by the sticky mess I'm making. Together we walk. By now, my own 2 feet know the path by heart, but Mama never lets go of my hand. Mama never lets go. Mom, Mama greets quietly as we meet Grandma in the next waiting room. I can feel my face stretching to beam as Grandma opens her large, beckoning arms wide for me. I rush in eagerly, albeit clumsily, but she stabilizes me. Grandma stabilizes me. Despite having taken my first steps a few years ago, Grandma insists that I'm still learning to walk. Mama agrees with her. I want to as well, but I'm still understanding. Grandma hugs like a community. That's what Mama says. And Mama's smart, real smart. She has her own stethoscope, and it's real, not like the toy ones I have, I swear. But Mama says that none of her smartness matters. In fact, Mama says that sometimes she doesn't feel so smart, in less kind words when she's speaking to Grandma alone and things that I can't hear. It doesn't matter that she's Dr. Nation at her fancy meetings, the ones in which she dresses up in her fancy suits that she lets me wear sometimes for fun. Mama says that none of that matters. Her true safety net is her mom, and Grandma hugs like her community. So it makes sense to me. I love Mama, her smartness and her protecting me, but I also love and need what Mama got, Grandma, the warm, yummy feeling that her hugs give. I need that feeling. As we approach the familiar giant door, Grandma pauses for the tiniest bit before touching the doorknob. It's tiny, but I notice it. I'm tiny, but I notice things. Grandma looks at me and softens her face, teasingly sticking out her tongue at me. I giggle and stick my own out. But behind me, Mama's shallow breathing reminds me of what Grandma is trying to distract me from. They think they're protecting me. They don't want to expose me to the scary monsters of the world. I'm tiny, but I think. And I think that I need to meet the scary monsters now so that I can grow up understanding what I need to kill. I'm tiny, but I think. We enter, and we see her. Family. When I was even tinier than I am now, Mama had tried to explain the concept of a great-grandmother. Mama tried so hard to explain how she fit in the family. Hearing that word repeated so often, I called her just that, family. And yes, I'm old enough now, but family is what I've always known. Mama and Grandma used to be amused by this, but now they too sometimes slip and call her family. I'm frightened as I gaze at her body, connected to the machines that I don't know any of the names to, and there's a lot. I look at Mama, but she turns away, realizing that I'm staring at the lone rivulet trickling down her face. I wish she wouldn't. I'm tiny, but I need to know. I look at Grandma. I need to know, I tried to tell her. I need to know the pain of all the generations that gave birth to me. She understands a bit more than Mama. She allows me to gaze at, her own rivulets of tears before she crumples and has to turn away. I'm tiny, but I'm beginning to understand. Looking back at the bed, I approach family. I stare at her barely there hands. I had never seen them with my eyes, but I know Grandma has albums. Family used to be big, not chubby like me, massive. Her hands are barely there now, and her body is still, but her hands are shaking. Her hands occasionally twitch as she attempts to stop the shaking. Her attempts are familiar. I'm tiny, but I too shake sometimes. For example, when Mama's busy, never when she's looking. I want to make her proud. I want to make Grandma proud too. I'm their hope, but I too shake sometimes. I'm tiny, but I'm strong. Family's now tiny too, but no longer strong. My still somewhat sticky hands hug hers. Her hand hugs closer. Some of my quiet shaking becomes louder, while some of hers quiets. Are we both now shaking, or are we sharing? Her hand hugs tighter. My hands do too. The stickiness of my hand doesn't bother her. She's family, and we need family. Mama says I'm tiny, but I am the future. Maybe, but we need family for the future. I can't let family die. I'm tiny, but without families, my name means nothing. There are no opportunities for shared growth. I won't let family die. Her eyes open, and immediately mine play hide and seek. Because I'm tiny, but all of a sudden, I'm heavy. Heavy by the hurt I see swarming through the broken irises of family. Stories of the past. Stories happening. I see mothers leaving and fathers drinking and children coping. I see pain. I see a lifetime of families breaking. I see a century of families losing families. I see families ending. I see how my family is ending. Her hand tightens around my hand. I thought we had shared all that we could, but I was wrong. I am tiny and I am wrong. I can't know all the pain of yesterday, even though I try. I want to make tomorrow better, but there's too much history. Is Mama right to turn away when she cries? Is Grandma curing us a little when she hugs? Family doesn't know. Neither do I. But this lack of answers is something we share. This search for answers is what we share. Family's hurting. And I'm not deaf to the stifled sobs from behind me. And I'm not ignorant to my innocence. But though I'm tiny, I hurt. I gaze into family's eyes. Her broken irises are coming together again. They're reflecting something. They don't have their own light. They're borrowing a light. What are you reflecting, family? Hope, she whispers. This is all I think about as we leave. Mama holding tightly onto my hand as the lady at the desk says, "Have a good day, Miss Nation," and Grandma hugging me like a community. As we pass it, I look back at the tall but no longer formidable height of the counter. I know I'll be back. And our family knows it too. I will climb again. I'm tiny, but I'm hope. Mama smiles softly down at me, hearing me mumble my name sleepily. Hope, Commonwealth.